quit my job. I decided to part my ways with the job that I worked at, as some factors played a major role into working there. And in this video, I'll be explaining it from beginning to end, what the reason is of me basically saying thank you for everything. So about last month, February, I decided to think, you know what, it's time to get off my ass and go get a job. It's something I've been wanting for a while. Searched at different places and they just all didn't suit me. They needed somebody and, did everything this and that. Eventually I got the job and been working there for 5 weeks and really enjoyed it in the beginning. I walk into work Monday. Bear in mind, this is a very important part of the story, is Saturday I normally have my shifts. Monday, Tuesday, Saturdays. However, last week I was sick. I didn't feel well, didn't feel good enough, didn't have much energy. I'd also thrown up multiple times that week, so, rightfully so that I don't go to work, obviously. So I say, hey, listen, I'm not feeling well, blah, blah, blah. I walk into work Monday, and I greet all my colleagues, like you normally do, or would do when you go to a job or whatsoever. And I greet my manager. My manager, she's normally there on the Mondays. Other days, she's at different locations, what I know, what she's told me. I say, good morning. She says, good morning. Can I speak to you just now? I said, yeah, of course, no problem. So I turn my back around. I'm like, oh, shit. Does this have to do anything with Saturday that I didn't show up? Bear in mind, I did tell them the day before, hey, I was sick, this and that. So I'm like, maybe it's just she wants to talk to me. So anyways, I have my shift nearly done. It's 1:30 and my colleague tells me she's waiting for you. I said, okay, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I said, hey, you wanted to talk? I said, yes. Should I close the door? Yeah, if you can please do so. She says, how you feeling? I said, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I think the job's going pretty well so far. She says, I heard that you find it sometimes difficult. So I'm looking at her like, what do you mean exactly? Could you explain to me what do you mean? Sometimes this and that. I said, yeah, sometimes I find certain situations dealing with some stuff, like if I don't know where a product is within the store, I'll go ask one of my colleagues. But for the rest, I don't think it's that difficult, the job. And then out of the nowhere, she says, we're not pleased with your job. So I'm sitting here right now, I'm like, you're not pleased with my job? We don't feel like you take this job serious enough. I'm shocked, I'm surprised. I didn't expect this type of news to come across like that. Or I know that she wanted to have a conversation with me about, I don't know what, I wasn't prepared. I had a feeling that it had something to do with me not showing up on work Saturday because I was sick, but I had told them. So I asked her, does this have anything to do with Saturday? She said, no. If you're sick, you have the right to not go to work. I said, okay, I just want to know that. But we're not going to give you the contract. I said, oh, okay. What's the reason, basically? She says, I don't work hard enough, basically. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I disagree with it. I've been busting my ass on since day one, since I've came. I've had to get things taught to me, sometimes may take a little bit longer, but I feel like, what do people expect? If you work at a retail place, get underpaid, minimum wage, how hard do I have to work then? You know what I mean? So I'm obviously sitting there really disappointed and feel kind of like I was speechless. I didn't know what to say, really. So, we talking into the conversation. He said, listen, you've got 2 weeks left until your time period is up. Here in the Netherlands, you can do like a 6-week time period that you basically show them what you're capable of, this and that. Within those 2 months, obviously sign a contract. And within those 2 months, let's say you don't like the job, you can basically say without any reason, look, I don't want to work anymore, this and that. And they can say the same thing. That's what she told me as well. We can make you go if we don't feel like we're pleased enough with you. She said, colleague I work with, obviously, she says, I don't listen. I say, I understand what you're coming from. However, I did explain in the beginning that I find some situation, depending on what it is, a little bit difficult sometimes to explain and understand. But also that, like, when we have a discussion, she said as well, you tend to turn around. I said, yeah, I don't do that on purpose, but when somebody says, do something and this and that, I say, okay, I understand. Then for me, the conversation is already like done. I told her that as well. Like, I don't mean no harm or offense with it. It's just a thing I've always done. It's something I can't just I can't get rid of it, really. I think it's a part of my autism. So then, we talk about this and that. And then I also said, could I just say something real quickly? I do want to say one thing. Since day one, and I've noticed specifically towards me, I feel like the one colleague that I work with, I feel like her attitude towards me is unacceptable. I don't agree, and then I don't appreciate how she treats me. And I said that to her straight as well, like, I don't appreciate it how she treats me compared to the other staff members. She has an attitude towards me, is rude towards me. And I told her, look, I can understand she probably doesn't mean it, and I am somebody who can handle and accept criticism very, very well. If I do something wrong, I want you to tell me it, but don't tell me to do something with a nasty tone, a rude tone, an attitude, disrespecting me. When I get critiqued every time I do something, for me it feels like it's a personal attack to me. I understand, she probably doesn't mean it, but I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. I told her that straight away. She says, how come you didn't tell me earlier? I said, because I can handle criticism pretty well. And I'm also relatively new here. But I notice she only does it with me. She doesn't do it with anyone else who works with her. She only is rude towards me. And obviously, I know business and work. Yes, sometimes you need to have critique on each other. That is very normal. I understand that as nobody else. I told them in the beginning, listen, I have autism. Some situations I don't know how to 100% deal with them, but I will try my best. I also expect you guys to sort of help me with those situations as well. And in my opinion, no, not really. I haven't really been helped in those situations at all. Maybe that they don't know that I have autism. I would have thought that she would have told them that I have autism, that, some situations I don't know how to deal with correctly, or they're difficult for me in general. The work itself was great. It was really nice. But I decided to say, you know what, it's enough. So she basically gave me the choice. Listen, we have these 2 weeks left. You can either show us and prove us wrong, that you really want this job, that you're motivated enough and really want to work for it, or you got my number here, I'll give it to you, and you can call me today or tomorrow, and the decision is up to you, obviously. At the end of the day, I said, okay, I'll think about it. The Monday we had the meeting at 6, and I went home, discussed it with my grandmother and mom, this and that, told them the story. Obviously my mom knows me very, very well. In some situations I don't listen, and that is true. I'm not going to act here as if I'm the victim or I'm partially to blame. In some situations I don't listen, but I don't do it on purpose. It's unintentionally. I don't do shit on purpose. When I'm at work, I take my work very serious. I take it with pride and joy, because if I don't enjoy my job, I wouldn't go work at a place that I will be working. I basically phoned her an hour late, and I said, I made my decision. I would like to thank you a lot for giving me this opportunity of a job. I really appreciate you for that. But I think it's best for us to basically settle aside and me to look for something else. She said, okay, I understand. I'll drop off the work clothing tomorrow. I have it cleaned up, and thank you for your time. Thank you so much. And that was the end of the discussion. Obviously, I'm very disappointed it had to go like that, but I very much disagree with the statement of me not working hard enough. I felt very pissed off when she said that. I'm sitting in this chair right now thinking, like, I don't work hard enough? What? What do you people expect from me then? I seriously, genuinely ask myself this now at the moment, like, I don't work hard enough. I'm busting my fucking ass over here for minimum wage. I don't know if I'm cursed. I don't know genuinely if it's me every time I'm with the job, or if it's genuinely the people. Because I've said before, the job is phenomenal. That seal sanctuary I worked at, phenomenal job opportunity, really great. The people, they sucked. They were assholes. Like, that's the truth. And these people, I don't want to compare them at all, because a lot of them are really nice. A lot of them are, their own, I suppose. But I guess it just proves that working with people my age is probably the better thing, because at my work I had a better overall connection with my age, like 20, 25, and with all the people like 30, 50, I don't really seem to get on well, or at least they don't seem to get on well with me. I don't know why, but it's just a thing. So what now, since I don't have a job? Well, we're gonna look for another job. Simple as that. I'm not gonna sit here and cry saying, oh, this and that. Look, I wish it was different, but I myself am not going to work at a place that doesn't appreciate me for my job, for my input and my effort. When I work, I would also like to be appreciated. Tap on the shoulder once, so hey, you did a good job. Haven't received that once while I'm there. Only thing I've received is negativity. That's the only thing that every fucking time I'm at my job, it's negativity, and eventually I'm thinking like, hey, enough is enough. I can't take this anymore. But it is what it is. We left off on good terms, regardless. I don't mention no names. I don't mention no place, because I don't want to get sued for whatsoever. And I can't get sued. Who's gonna sue me? I haven't mentioned nobody's name, nothing. Yeah, obviously I'm a bit disappointed, rightfully so. Like I said, I really was enjoying the job, but like I said, it's not worth working at a place if that's reality. So what will I do now? Good question. look at a different job, maybe something that's more independent, because I've come to find out that I love to work independent. I prefer really to work on my own. It's something I've always really been very good at. For some reason, I really just am not good with working with people. Well, I mean, that's not really true. I can work with people, I don't mind, but my preference is working alone. So I'm gonna see what's in stock for me right now. I'm not gonna sit on my ass this whole week, this whole month, do nothing. Fuck no. I wanna actually get out there and work. After 5 weeks of working there, this is it. I think we left off at a good term. I'll obviously be welcome there. It's a nice store. It's nice products and this and that. But yeah, I don't know what they expect from me when I've already been busting my ass off this entire 5 weeks. So yeah, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Can't do much about it, man. Check out later.